They need some skills. Worse than anything, you need to learn how to be a plumber, a pipe fitter, a carpenter, a truck driver, an electrician, a maintenance man for heavy equipment operation and manufacturing. Those are jobs that are heating and air. You know what I mean? These are jobs that takes special training to do. You can't just walk in off the street and be like, "Hey, I'd like to be an electrician," or or a plumber. You got to know what you're doing, and the only way to know that is to get trained, and then having an apprenticeship. Like you start out working for somebody or some company as a person who's trained, but you don't have any experience, and so you go and get some experience, and then after you get a year of experience, your salary will go up, and you can stamp that to your resume and say, "Hey, I'm an experienced pipe fitter, so I want experienced pipe fitter money, not just entry level pipe fitter money." So that's my opinion. You should give black people, instead of just giving them money, which hell, everybody wants money, but that ain't gonna do anything. You're gonna have people running out here buying the latest pair of Jordans or something for $200. Give some training so you can make your own money. People need to be trained on stuff. There's a lot of things in our society that need to get done. Who's going to do it? The people who know how to do it. So learn how to do something and get some training. To me, that's where reparations should be. If you're going to think about reparations in America to black people who were not slaves, but they have the effect of slavery. The effect of slavery is white people treating you like you don't know how to do anything and that you're stupid, which is nonsensical, because trust me, I know white people. I hang out with white people. I work with white people, and I know some of the stupidest white people who's in the world, it seems like, and they have no right to call someone stupid. Some of these white people that I know, they are some of the dumbest son of a bitches in America. And for them to say anyone's stupid, you gotta be joking. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. You got a lot of nerve, buddy. Okay? But see, I'm not a racist, so I can say that. I'm not just saying it because someone's white or black or whatever. I'm just saying. But job training for people who are not planning to go to college. I'm saying? If you're going to leave high school and not know what to do, you need some job training, man. If you don't have the grades or the desire to go to college, you need to learn how to do something. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to work in radio or something. But all these training courses cost money. And that's where the government can step in and foot the bill to the training courses. And that will be a form of reparations. All right. We're going to go to the last break of the show. And we'll be right back. Keep on listening.
And now, without further ado, the man we've all been waiting for, T-Jam D. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. All right. I want to talk about this sudden uprise of violence toward Asian people. And I think I've mentioned it before. But because of the evil dummies rhetoric, now Asian people have to be afraid that somebody's going to attack them. Now, we just had this shooting. Of the Asian women at a spa. These 8 people were shot, but 6 of them were Asian women by this Robert Aaron. And he claims that it was not because they were Asian, which is a lie. He's lying. He's a jackass. He's a terrible, horrible dick face of a human being. He's a terrible person. So he's lying, first off. And I know what you're thinking. How do you know he's lying? Because he's a horrible piece of trash of a human being. That's what pieces of trash do. They lie. Okay? But this nasty dick face said that this was not about these ladies being Asian. This was about sex. That he's a sex addict, is what he said, and he wanted to eliminate the temptation of going to these places and getting some sex, or trying to get sex or proposition, but that's nonsensical. That's bullshit. Okay? This horrible piece of garbage just doesn't want to admit that he shot these people because they were Asian, and he knew that these massage places, I don't know whether you call it a spa or a parlor. Parlor sounds kind of shady. A massage parlor. But anyway, these establishments, places of business, this guy knew that there were some Asian ladies working there, and he shot them. He went into 3 different businesses that were, places where you could get a massage. That's what you're supposed to go there for. Now, I have no earthly idea if anything else was going on in these places. I don't know. But even if they were, which no one has said anything about that I've seen in the news, on the reporting. No one has said anything about something nefarious or illegal going on in these places where this guy shot up the place and killed these ladies. So I'm saying that even if they were straight hookers, that doesn't give you the right to shoot them. And they were not prostitutes. They were people, ladies working in a place where they give you massages. And there's a lot of these places around the country, and they tend to have Asian females working there. I don't know if the business is owned by an Asian person. Maybe this is just a tradition, and this is just a way for Asian people to set up a business when they come to this country. I don't know. All I know is there's a lot of places where you can go to a spa or a place to get a massage where there are some Asian ladies working there. And there have been in the past some of them where, if you tip them really well, that they will give you some type of sexual manipulation. I'm not saying that these particular ones was that, but it's a possibility. But the point that I'm making is, even if that was the case, which there's nothing to indicate that was the case. Nobody said anything that would, make you feel like, yeah, that was exactly what was going on. You don't know. I don't know. And even the officer who gave the press conference after this happened, he doesn't know. He apparently doesn't know a damn thing. He's got to be one of the dumbest son of a bitches in uniform, because he didn't say anything except for, oh yeah, well, this guy had a bad day, and stuff like that. I don't want to play the press conference. Guess I could look it up online and try to play it, but I don't want to do that. I don't have anything against what the guy said, but it sounds like he was more protecting the shooter than worried about the victims who were murdered. But this perpetrator, who was apprehended, he's in jail now, said that this was about sex addiction and not about these ladies being Asian, which I don't believe him. I think he's lying. I think he's a lying piece of trash, because there were strip clubs that he passed. If he was so into sex and trying not to tempt himself with anything sexual, he passed strip clubs so he can go to a massage place to shoot people. He didn't go and shoot strippers because he knew that there was Asian ladies working at these massage places. Okay, so you went straight there and shot him. And don't try to act like, well, it was about sex. No, it wasn't. The guy, they checked his apartment, and now they found t-shirts in this guy's apartment that say China virus on them. So he could tell the cops all he wants that this is about his sex addiction, and it wasn't about these ladies being Asian, but that's a bunch of bullshit, and he knows it. Okay? The cops should know that too. They searched his apartment, and whenever someone murders people, they always search their apartment to see what they can find to tie this person to the murders to build a stronger case against them. And they found China virus on some t-shirts. So this guy had blamed the virus on Chinese. So he went to these establishments because they were employing Asian people. So he can lie and say some dumb shit all he wants. But this was a hate crime. Okay? Even if he was telling the truth, that was a sex addiction, he still attacked these women because they were women. In that case, he's lying. He attacked them because they were Asian people. If they were men, he still would have shot them because they were Asian guys. He knew where they were working, that they had some Asian people employed at these places, and so he went there to shoot. He didn't stop at any strip club or shoot any prostitutes or anything. He went specifically to locations where he knew Asian people were employed, and he shot them. So this was a hate crime. Now, I have argued with dumbasses, people who are stupid as hell, online, on Facebook, about hate crimes. There was one guy who I mentioned these hate crimes need to stop. And he said something about, well, that's just a distracting. They're distracting you from, black people being killed. And I said, man, this has nothing to do with black people being killed. Okay, this is something that just happened suddenly. And it's because of the rhetoric from the